Hey y'all, this is A Renee from Journal, Jot, and Jive. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, welcome to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all. Alright, by the title, it should say, My Debt Confession. I hit rock bottom. I don't know, something like that, y'all. Anyway, so finally, you all get a video, my debt confession. Y'all been hearing, oh, you're gonna get a video about my debt confession for about 2 months now. But I mean, calm down. I was gonna do it. All right, so in today's video, I am going to actually go and fill in my monthly calendar. And we will, not June, not July. We're gonna go in August and start plugging in some things. And I'm also going to talk to you all about what has been going on. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to talk and fill in. I know some people do that. It just doesn't really work for me. But nonetheless, I do want to kind of give you a heads up on what's going on, kind of show you what I'm using to fill in things. So first, how's everybody doing? Let me know in the comments while you're watching. Second, you may want to put headphones in because I think I am going to do a little story time in between. But anywho, we know that I have a job. We know that if you've been following me. If you have not, you got to go back a couple of videos. Not right now, a little later. But just go back and catch up on the videos. I promise you, they won't be that long. And I'm animated, so it should get you through. But anyway, so we know I left the salon in February 3rd of this year. Now, I'm going to have to pick up at least a day per month or every other month, and we'll talk about why. But anywho, so I had left the salon, and y'all, when I say after that, it was downhill from there. So I was bringing in about some months 600, some months 800. I might have broke 1,000 one time. So anyway, your girl was like, I gotta go back to work, okay? Yes, Journal, Jot, and Job is my goal, but she needs a consistent income. So when all of that happened, several things occurred.
My insurance got suspended. My dental insurance got canceled. 3 credit cards are now in collections. Other ones are skyrocketed. When a person says they hit the bottom, they hit the bottom. And there was that. All right, so
then I got hired. Boom. I'm like, all right, thank you, Lord. You know, some of y'all was like,
Oh my gosh, congratulations. I had a few people, congratulations on your dream job. And I was like,
ooh, do I say on there like, this is not my dream job? Because it's not.
But I didn't. I was like, all right, you ain't got to say all of that. But I can say it now on here. It's not necessarily my dream job, but I do like it, okay, if that makes any sense. It allows me to utilize a lot of things that I taught y'all on here. I'm not going to necessarily waste this, y'all. I just need something to go in between here. So it's not that, it's just not my dream job, but I like it. So I'm able to do a lot of things with ease because I'm big into organizing things and I'm a quick learner, all right? So now I can tell you, I am a bookkeeper in a school system. So, honey, they don't pay a lot. So these videos are going to be like, how am I going to label it? Something about low income, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so that leads me back to the point of why I have to do hair at least once out the month and then get these YouTube videos rolling so I can get checks coming in. But yeah, there's that. All right, so I started working. My first day was, let's go back. My first day was on the 17th, right? So in my mind, let's see, did I write it down on here? I did. In my mind, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll get my first check on July 31st. Baby, check that account on July 31st. And baby, that wasn't no payment. It was $0.00, okay? So y'all know me. I hit that good old email, phone call. I was like, hey there.
So I'm a new employee, and I was just trying to figure out, because I know the pay schedule, because, you know, if you're a bookkeeper at this point, you know pay schedule, because, you know, you got people asking you questions about their stuff. Anyway, I was like, And so I don't see anything. I was like, now I set up my direct deposit. I didn't know if I needed to get the card until it was blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, yeah, no. So because you started on the 17th, that actually pushes you to the 15th pay period. I was like, oh, okay. All right. So anyway, some of y'all
Do know that well, you see H bar on my calendar. That is because I still have some clients that I go to their homes to do their hair. And I'm going to just say that is saving grace. And I also have a virtual client. So that was saving grace to get me through. However, what did that do? The first day of school was right here, right? So I had to just be 100% with my son and say, listen, Mama can't take you shopping until after the 15th. And he was like, oh, that's all right.
Don't nobody really remember what you wear from the year before. And I was like, ooh.
Thank you, God, for having the child that I have. But it still did not make me feel good because I was so in my feelings like, this is some bull, okay? But anyway, so payday is scheduled for the 15th. However, it did deposit on the 12th. All right, so what you're going to see me do now is I'm going to go in and plug in these things. So one of the first things that I decided to do when I got my first check, because they had to go back and overpay me. So this is definitely not what I get per pay period. Not at all. I went back and went to old expenses, late and overdue. I know typically the first thing you want to do is go ball on yourself. And I was like, ain't no balling, baby. We got to catch all the way up. So I went in, and the first thing that I did, even though you see it in this order, they didn't all fall in this order. First thing I did was go and pay my car insurance because we got to drive to work, and the cutoff notice was for the actual 15th. So I was like, oh, Lord, you was on it. All right. Then and better my health insurance because it was suspended due to cut completely off in October. And this insurance, in comparison to the one I could get through the county that I work for, right now this is better. They're gonna have to kick me off of this one. Okay, so I brought that current life insurance, and then y'all, it was so bad my Afterpay lapsed. I was so mad because now Afterpay done put me back to $50 to start. I was like, bruh, I know you lying. And I was almost up to like, I think $2,500, $3,000. But anyway, Afterpay ain't all that good sometimes. So I'm cool. So I paid that off. I had a loan, one of two. It was a smaller loan. So I went ahead and paid that back. It was a personal loan. Then I went and looked at the credit cards that I still have opened, and I brought them current. Okay, they're current, but I need to get them down to 30%. But the first goal was to get them back on track. And then, well, so in Discover, you see payment plan. I set up a payment plan last month. So I have 2 payments, and then it will bring me back current. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to just let that run its course or if I'm going to go ahead and pay it to bring it current. We'll figure that out. I'll probably do that on... No, not right there. I'll probably do that right here. Okay, so we'll circle back to that. Okay, so those were the first things that I did. So what I'm going to do now when I speed the video up, I'm going to plug this in. You will see me plug it in between here because I'm not going to have enough space. But note, these are not the true due dates. So as I speed things up, I will plug in this entire calendar. Now, this is not going to be how I budget. It's definitely not going to be how I budget. And then you're going to see another line, some household expenses that I will also be plugging in, and I'll be paying into those or on those this upcoming week. All right, so let's get into it. When I come back, I will kind of wrap up, tell you what I did, and then I'll tell y'all about the story where there was a frog in my bathroom this Tuesday. Stay tuned. But until then, enjoy the music and watch me fill in some numbers. All right, let's get into it. All right, y'all, so I am back. I have done all that I can do right now. So I do have a couple of more dates I need to go in and put some, why I say 25 cents. I do have a couple of more dates to go and put in some other bills around in here. I just need the actual due dates. So I'll do that. So what I did was I went in and I actually logged into accounts to see the amounts where I paid them. Remember, I told you yesterday I was paying a lot of stuff to catch up. So I just put them in these two boxes right here. And then I also went in and filled in things if I could over here. Oh, I forgot Stash. Stash is on the 14th. Hold on, y'all. Let's put that. And that's $9. So there's going to be a lot of small little subscriptions you see. My goal over the next 2 months will be to pay those off. Not off, but up. So I don't have those little micro bills coming out, so I can see more of my income and put that in savings. Okay, so we'll get into an actual video where you see that. But anyway, so let me show you what else I did. I want to see how much I am spending in gas per month. I have a program that I use that's called Xero, Xero, and I can go in and code everything and run a report. So I need to catch up on that particular app so I can run a report and see, and then I'll be able to see how much I'm spending. So will I have to actually go in and do the calculator? Not really. I'll probably do that because aesthetically for a video, y'all might like it. I don't, but I will. So there's that. Okay, so where you see the green section, that's going to always be income, but you'll also see to the left hand side of it, I will color code it so you'll know, like, hey, not you, but really for me, but I'll know what kind of income it is. So blue is going to be H Bar Hair by A. Renee. So the few times that I do hair, you'll see that. My goal is to get on a system where I pretty much only do hair once a month. If I do it more than once a month, it's for particular people, and that's only 1 or 2 people because I go to their house. However, I would like to do one day. So then you'll see right here where it says Sweet Day Rent. I'll rent a space in my old salon from somebody that works there, so it's not like, anyway, subleasing. So there's a fee for that. So we talked about the fuel. There's another quarter for that. You word. Then right here, this reddish looking color, that's going to be for debt. So anytime you see that, Klarna, credit card. So for y'all that are using, and if you want to get into this color code system, find the colors that work for you. But when you do Afterpay and Klarna, that's a debt, y'all. Yes, it's a debt. So go ahead and code it to a debt. So you'll see Klarna a couple of times over here. My son needed, good Lord, 75 cents off. See, this is what happens when I don't do videos consistently. I start using filler words. So, or phrases, or what is that called, educators? It's not a filler word. Off track, back on track. So my son needed to get his hair done for school, so I Klarna'd that. Sure did, because I was like, nah, I ain't gonna be able to send him without his hair done for school, so we just gonna have to make some things happen. I needed some work clothes, so I did that. Remember I told y'all Afterpay told me $1. Afterpay told me I can only use $50 because I reneged a while ago. So I went in and ordered him a pair of jeans and a shirt, something like that. We have to go shopping today, but I'm gonna go ahead and pay that off. I'm gonna pay that right back off. But anyway, you'll see that later in the month. And then right here, you see this blank. I need to get some gas today. So again, I want to see how many times I have to stop for gas and what that looks like. Now at work, if I have to travel to a central office or anywhere, I do get reimbursement. So periodically, y'all may see another little mini payday where I will get a check for mileage. So also you have home and personal. So like your car insurance, life, your health insurance, phone bills, anything like that. I'm going to have my color in gray. Microsoft, which is for his Xbox. One of the things that I need to do, though, there are a couple of accounts I need to switch it over to the proper account, because right now it's just pulling out of my general account, and that's a no for me. So those are some things that I want to do. So this is my overall view. I am going to get into a budget sheet. I'm still torn between, do I want to start a whole new notebook, or because I use this more so for a journal, and I have not journaled in a while, but anyway, I'm thinking, this is just my thought process for now. I'm thinking on the days that I'm scheduled to get paid, I'm just going to go right out of budget, or either paste in a budget page. I might scale it down, paste it in, and write. That way I don't have so many different planners, because I don't have time for that. So that's what I'm thinking, y'all. So the next video, a debt confession video, I would like to do that. That's what I'm thinking. And then that way the first paycheck will be on that day, and then the second paycheck will be on that. And that's how I plan to pay my bills per paycheck. So y'all will see that. So that'll be a little more developed as we go along. All right. So I'm going to close y'all out with a little story time. I'm going to talk about this little frog. All right. So right now, currently, because of my work schedule, my son stays with my mom. Oh, by the way, y'all, did I tell you I have a senior now? I think I'm gonna pop a picture of him. He had a game and some little things, so I do want to show him off just a little bit. You don't really see his face, but he had a lot of cute stuff going on. I really do need to do a for real story time to catch y'all up on. Maybe I'll do a journal video about that. But anyway, so I digress. So see those pictures right here. You can probably see a couple of pictures while I'm talking. So he stays with my mom during the week so he can ride the bus until he can drive, get a car. Oh, we're going to start driving lessons back up. Y'all see that over here? So driving lessons will either start here or here. That's another side note. So I some days may stay at my mom's, but for the most part I stay home. So Monday, it was very, very stormy weather. Okay, it was super stormy weather. Now, I am terrified of snakes and frogs, okay? And so I've always heard stories about, oh, a snake can come through the drain and get in your toilet, but I never knew about frogs, okay? I never knew about frogs, y'all. So my alarm goes off and I'm like, girl, get out the bed. I do some stretches and I'm like, all right, motivate myself to just get moving, because I really don't have issues getting ready and getting out the door. But, you know, sometimes you want to hit that snooze. And so I was like, no, you're not going to hit that snooze. Let's get ready. So I go in the bathroom, y'all, start rinsing my mouth out, use the bathroom and all, okay? Cut the shower on, get my towel together. And so I pick up my towel and I look over at the toilet, y'all. And Kermit is looking at me. I kid y'all not, y'all. Like, it was like, in it, y'all, if y'all saw how small the frog is, some of y'all might be like, oh my God, you're so dramatic. But some of y'all that know how I feel and you feel too about frogs, y'all, the shower was on. Was I completely unclothed? I can't even remember that part. All I know is the way I hopped back and my heart was pounding. And so my sister was still asleep. So for y'all that know, I live with my sister. So she was still asleep. So I'm trying not to scream, right? So I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Y'all, like, the shower was on, everything. I didn't even think to close the door. But I was like, I really don't want to wake her, but I'm going to have to wake her because I don't know what I'm going to do, because I got to go to work. I need to be at this house in at least 30, 40 more minutes. So I'm like, oh
My God. And so I do
this thing like with my son and my sister. Like, I'll scratch on the doors. Like, I don't knock or anything. I'll do something like this. And so she was like, what? I was like, there is a frog in my bathroom and my heart is pounding. She is done with me at this point, okay? She's like, just take a shower in my bathroom. And I'm like, okay. But the shower's still on. Oh my God. So apparently I'm taking a shower in her bathroom and I'm like, oh my God, there was a frog. Y'all, but let's backtrack. Remember I told y'all I used the bathroom. I'm thinking, was the frog behind me while I was using the bathroom? And if I could really show y'all how the frog was looking at me, he was looking like, what's up, girl? Team, too much. Okay. So apparently my sister, apparently the frog jumped back in the toilet. I don't know. But anyway, she closed the lid. She caught herself flushing the toilet, right? So before I leave, I said, I'm going to flush the toilet again too. Leave the house. So I get to work. One of my friends is visiting the school that's like one of her sites. And I was telling her the story, like, we are crying, laughing. And she was like,
well, you ain't really supposed to flush them because, that's how they kind of come through. So I'm thinking
maybe the frog got there because it stormed. When I say it stormed so bad on Monday, y'all, I guess that frog was like,
nah, y'all ain't gonna take me down the glory, so I'm gonna come into somebody's house. Anyway.
So I get back home. And no, so my sister texted me and she said, I'll get that when I get back home. Cause who's getting it? Cause I can't get it. I don't know who getting it. Okay. Remember, I ain't even got no check yet. So I can't even call like extermination. They probably been like, ma'am, you called me for that. But anyway, so my sister finally gets home and we trying to figure it out. So I had stopped by my mom's house before I came home, and I'm telling her, and she is just laughing at me. So let me preface this by saying my mom is from the country. She probably would have grabbed the thing with her hand and took it outside. You
could have just got a strainer and put it in there and just take it outside because you don't want to kill it. And I'm thinking, oh, no. So
anyway, my sister gets back home. I'm there for moral support because what can I do? And she looking at me, and it's just like we are in tears laughing. But to wrap it up, my sister got it. And so she was like, I mean, you can at least help with something. I was like, well, I can open the door downstairs. So I open the door. The frog is let free back into its wilderness. I'm going to need you not to come back in this house, though, Kermit. Like, what are we doing? But anyway, thought I would tell y'all a little cute story time. Kermit was trying to take a shower with me, and I'm not here for it. But anyway. So that's y'all video today. I know it's been a minute. I, again, have been getting into a routine. I do like my job, but it is not my dream job. But I do see possibilities from what I'm doing to expand and eventually figure out how I can contract the job. We'll talk about that a little later. I have not been able to do a work with me video yet because I'm still getting adjusted, all right? So, question of the day. If you've lasted this far, please, while I'm asking the question, click the subscribe button if you haven't already, the like button, and tell me what is something that happened to you that had you like, oh my God. And if you say, I don't believe in God, or oh my gosh, whatever you said, put it in the comment section below. I would love to read it. And have an amazing week. Remember, Monday did not do it to you. Your attitude did. So make sure tomorrow you go into Monday with a good attitude. I'll catch you on the next one.